Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to All Under the Squirrel Tree. It is Monday, and I got sidetracked and didn't do a Meet a Maker Monday. So maybe I'll do a Tremendous Talent Tuesday. Wonderful Weirdness Wednesday. I don't know. We'll think of something. Think of something Thursday? Anyway, yes, All Under the Squirrel Tree. That's me. Well, I'm Barb, but that's me. So, I am still making the little craft kits and having tremendous amounts of fun doing it. And I have decided to do some Halloween themed, I don't even know what to call them because I haven't decided what to do with them. They can be fridge magnets, decorations, bookmarks, I'm not really sure. I guess we can leave that up to whoever's making it. Excuse me. But what I did was cut. Now this is, I want your help on this, peoples. This came out of this. These little, whoops, little scraps. And actually a lot of them are scraps, just from I have a big plastic jar of scraps. And I'll use them for stuffing, or like in this case, this little door has such a tiny window, I'm bound to find the scrap in there that will work as a light behind the window without having to cut a new piece if that were the case. But that type of thing. I always keep my little scraps because if I can't use them for something to cut out, they're great for stuffing. Like stuffing small felt projects and things. Anyway, so this came from all of these little squares. So this is the main body of the house, and the ghosties, and the roof, and windows. You cut it up into various windows, and doors, and the pumpkins, and the little bat, more windows. But what I can't decide is, do I cut them out and pack that up as the kit that the person can glue it together however they want, or do I just cut up the pieces like that and put it in the kit so that they can cut up themselves? I'm kind of leaning towards a couple of each, because for like the littler kids, you know, you can still you can still make all kinds of different things with, you know, these cutout pieces. You can put them anywhere, make it your very own, no matter what. So, I mean, that might be good for the little kids. And then for the bigger kids, they can just cut out the pieces themselves. The other idea I had was to draw the pumpkin on. Just give them a guideline that they can cut it out and put it wherever they want. So it's like a little bit of both. So I don't know. I'm not going to do anything with any of these until, you know, I hear back from some of you, until I make some decisions. But I just thought that this was a really cute, I gotta stop saying a really cute, you know, quick pastime. Just a couple of dabs of glue, and, you know, you're off to the races, as they say. My back kind of turned out funny, but that's okay. Oh. There's little kids that live down the hall, and whenever their daddy gets home from work, they just squeal with delight. It is so cute. Well, the glue doesn't want to come out. There we go. Come on, you can do it. So yeah, just simple. Glue down the pieces where you think. Daddy! I love that. They play out in the garden quite often with their mom and dad, and when they're out there. Oh no, I wanted to actually kind of wanted to put that one on top like that, and then put this little ghosty guy who's waving down here. Come on, they don't need much glue. Oh, I forgot to glue the window down under the ghost. Although the ghosts are supposed to be like transparent, so really. I am running out of glue in this bottle. There. That'll do. Come on, Mr. Ghost. Now, this one, come on, I want to put just a teeny bit of glue around, because I want it just like the light is coming from the inside. I suppose you could do that with the other ones, with the windows as well. Yeah, see? And then, you know, you could cut out holes in the gray and then put the yellow behind it. Or you could just draw the window frames on. This little flying ghosty I do want up here. I'm thinking maybe I should get my other bottle of glue. Oh, it would help if we glued the roof on too. Lost a window. And the other thing that's kind of neat is these are like old wonky... Oh, I don't see the window anywhere. That's okay. We only need one window. You know, weird and wonky old dilapidated house, so if you cut crooked, who cares? I kind of was thinking about fixing my bat and make it look more like a bat, but I kind of like the heart. I also wanted to put those windows the other way, but I don't think... See, it really doesn't even take much glue, as long as you can get it down to the bottom. Which I guess is the top. There. And we got that ghosty down, and put the bat right up here. Oh, I don't want glue on this side of the board. So, there's that part done. And now you can leave it just like that. Yeah, it is what it is, right? It's haunted house. Or you can take a Sharpie marker or any other from my big bag of coloring sticks. I got these, and I really like these. These were from Dollarama, and I think they were $3.50. But they are a very, very fine tip. I'm sort of out of frame there a little bit. Now this one's gray. I didn't want the gray one. But if you have these, you can do all kinds of, you know, embellishments or decorations. There's no white, but I'm going to cut out two little tiny white eyes and put them there. But just saying, you could just color in the frames on the windows. I won't do the whole thing because that'd just take too long. And again, you know, I mean, it's an old, dilapidated, haunted house. It's going to have wonky windows and broken windows and frames like that. Things like that. And then you can make the faces on the ghosties. He's a very happy ghost. Put the wood grain on the door. Are we in there? Yeah. And a little doorknob. I love doing this. It reminds me when my kids were little. We used to... It was great fun doing the Halloween costumes. I never bought Halloween costumes. We'd buy pieces of them, wigs and wands and stuff like that every now and then, but one year for Halloween, when Nick was maybe 3 or 4, I think it was our first Halloween out in Scarborough, they were dressed up as a scarecrow. And I had, like little denim overalls, and then we could put the jacket on and put the flannelette shirt over top of the jacket, so it just looked like a, overstuffed scarecrow. And then, because, it's cold in the end of October, right? So you have to dress warm. But I took yellow chenille stems, pipe cleaners, whatever they're called now, and I stuck them through the rim of a ski cap, and it looked like straw. And then I made a little pipe cleaner crow and glued it to the top of the hat. And I did this days and days before Halloween. Just before Halloween, the day before we were going out trick-or-treating, the crow came off the hat. So I glued it back on right away. I used a ton of white glue. And by the time we were ready to go trick-or-treating, it hadn't quite dried. So there was this big lump of white glue sitting underneath the crow on the hat of this adorable little scarecrow. So Nick goes racing up to the door, goes, ding dong, tweet tweet. And lady opens the door and she's like, oh, what an adorable costume. Oh my God, oh my gosh, the crow even pooped on your head. It really did. It looked like bird poop on his hat from the crow. But it was an adorable costume, and Natalie went out as a witch. And it was similar with she had beautiful long dark curly hair, but I put black chenille stems into the witch's hat, made it all sticky outy, and we had a lot of fun making the costumes, deciding what to make and putting them together. It was a whole thing. It was weeks before Halloween we'd start talking about what we were going to do. One of the best costumes that I ever made for Natalie was, that was when Life with the Osbournes, or whatever that show was on with Ozzy Osbourne and his family. And I happened to really like it. And Natalie happened to like Kelly Osbourne. So one year for Halloween, I think she was maybe 10 or 11, 9 or 10, somewhere around there. She dressed up as Kelly Osbourne and had a really cute little poncho, orange poncho, just like when we'd seen Kelly Osbourne wearing. And we found that at a discount store somewhere, and it was awesome. It was exactly perfect for this costume. And I made a felt bat and glued it to the front of this poncho, or pinned it to the front of the poncho, because the poncho was actually nice and warm, and I think Natalie wore it otherwise. But then over the bat, over the little paper bat, was a little note that said, "Snack for Daddy," because Daddy apparently had a stage reputation for biting heads off birds and bats. I can't remember if that's true or not, but in any case, the costume was a hit, and most people knew exactly who she was without even, having to say, well, I'm Kelly Osbourne or whatever. That was pretty great. Yeah, and they were mummies and clowns. And then there was one year Nick couldn't decide whether they wanted to be a zombie or a lawyer. So they went out as a zombie lawyer. And I think Natalie and her friend went out as clowns that year. Yeah, it was great. It was wonderful. We did we had amazing times dressing up for Halloween. The kids and the neighbor kids would come over, and we'd go through all this big pile of stuff and get them decorated up too, and it was great. I miss that. But yeah, I'm still maybe I'll dress up Opal for Halloween. Anyway, this is the little trip down memory lane there. Got sidetracked. But yeah, this is, oh my gosh, I talked so much this almost dried. If I would love to have little tiny googly eyes for the bat, but I don't. But I could get some. But yeah, this is cutting it out and everything. It could be a fun hour to spend with your kids, grandkids, whatever. Let's put some, dilapidated old boards falling apart in the I don't know if it's a brick house or a board house, but it's falling apart, whatever it is. So yeah. See, now I'm just getting carried away, having fun with it. That's what crafting is supposed to be, right? Just getting carried away, having fun, spending time with friends and family, and letting out a little bit of the inner child. Anyway, stick a magnet on that and it's a cute magnet. Stick a ribbon on it and it's a cute bookmark. Put a pin on it and it's a cute badge, or pin. Lots of different things you can do with it. But again, my question to you is, which do you think is a better idea? To cut the pieces out and let the kids just, decorate themselves and glue them on themselves, to just cut up the chunks and put it all in a kit that they can cut them out themselves, or with like the little guidelines on the back. That would be kind of hard to do. Oh no, I've got a white pen that would work on that. But, just to draw, there's this little wavy one. Don't want them to be exactly like the other one. So cut it out, decorate, or draw the guidelines on all of the little pieces, and put that in the kit so that they can either... The other thing with that too, though, is if they didn't want to use the guidelines, they could use the other side and cut out their own. So that's kind of like a dual effect. So I might end up going with that one, with the guidelines. But that's that. That's my little haunted house, felt haunted house decorations. I think they're actually quite cute. And I'm going to make some more stuff like that, because I realized today that I really like playing with felt. Thank goodness for Dollarama and their squares. I mean, that's terrific. I've put it away. But yeah, it was, there is 40 sheets of felt in this package, and a good number of each color, and really pretty colors. And they were like, I'm pretty sure they were $4. So that's like a great price for them. Anyway, there's my that. I for an instant thought, oh my gosh, I didn't hit record, but I did. And we're at 19 minutes. That's not so bad. I will do my Meet a Maker video, because I'm quite anxious to share the amazing people that I follow and know on here. I met somebody who is in one of my Facebook groups, is a video editor, which is pretty cool. So, I'm going to talk to them about maybe letting me do them as a Meet a Maker. And then, Jen does her soap, and Never is amazing with ink and backgrounds and stuff like that. And everybody is just so amazingly talented and inspiring. I could do Meet a Maker Mondays for years. And I keep finding new ones, and that's kind of the neat thing about YouTube is there's a never-ending supply of really cool new things out there. But I'm going to quit talking because it's getting, I was kind of pleased to say it 20 minutes, and I've just spent the last 2 minutes rambling. So, I'm glad you visited. I hope you have some fun making stuff like this, doing decorations with kids, grandkids, neighbor kids, whoever, or making some of these little kits up, and you could even make these and hand them out as trick-or-treat favors. Much, much better for your teeth than sugar. Or you could make these up with like a little candy in the back just so it's not really disappointing. Anyway, if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment please on which idea you think might work best. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And I'll see you again soon under the squirrel tree. Bye.